minimum 6-figure income, minimum 6 feet tall.
Be careful who you're listening to on the internet. Subscribe. Let's talk about it.
Leave your abusive husband. Leave him. Leave his ass. And then live by the rule of minimum 6. Minimum 6-figure income, minimum 6 feet tall, and minimum anything else you may wish to apply that to.
So let's get the first thing out the way. If you are in an abusive relationship, you absolutely should do your best to leave that thing and make sure you are safe. We want to say that off rip. So, not that someone's clipping when I'm saying anything. Can you believe he said this? No. We understand that some relationships go bad. Some people aren't cut out for them, but they find themselves in those relationships. Cool. That being said, some of this advice looks like, and often when men hear it and when you actually get the other side of a lot of stories, you leave out the abuse that you're actually causing yourself, or you couch things as abuse when they're really just disagreements. He didn't allow me, or he was tight with the money, so there's financial abuse. He had issues with what I was wearing, so that's also abuse. He raised his voice, so that's verbal abuse. So when we know, we play very fast and loose with that word. We use it, we abuse it, but in reality, it's just sometimes the normal disagreements of people, of adults in relationships. So what you see all across the internet is advocates of people leave your relationship, break up with your husband, and then go out and get the quintessential man that you want, the man that you believe you deserve. But when you just repeat things that you hear online, you say things to make you feel good as a woman, rather than saying, understand you're being advertised to essentially. This is advertising for a single sort of lifehood. Does not matter what you have going on. You see women saying, I just wasn't happy. I stayed home. He paid all the bills. He took care of this. He was a good man. He just wasn't my man. Okay. When then you simultaneously will also hear women saying how difficult it is dating today, while simultaneously hearing messages that you don't need a man, just remain single. You cannot see, sometimes you're too close to the forest to see the trees. You have to take a more of a macro step back and look at the game. Look at how you're being advertised to, how you're being talked to. You're getting all these conflicting messages, and the one that you're not getting is find a way actually to work it out and be happy with your partner. Not that because there's a lot of trash out here, just that because, relationships take work, they take effort in order for you to make something positive. There's so many other positive benefits for you being married. We don't hear any of that. So when we finally have that last topic that comes up and says, why are men not proposing? Why are men not approaching? Why are men? Look at all the messaging that you are putting out there and that women are accepting and taking as gospel. Not to say that men aren't getting messaged in similar ways or similar fashions, but not to the point of thinking, just leave your husband and go grab something better. We understand that this isn't you just going shopping and finding a competitive price elsewhere. I found a similar product. This is a better brand. This is on sale. This is 2 for 1. I can just do this. We look at people that are entering the dating pool, the dating game, and them taking a step back and saying, I didn't know it was like this. You ignore the messaging that's out there because one emotionally feels good. But in reality, you have a lot of women setting you up for failure because right now they can't see the forest for the trees. They're right there, so close to it, that they're going to tell you right now in whatever season they're in, this feels good. So I'm going to say this, I'm going to repeat this. And it's also been socially cleared. It's acceptable for an older white woman to tell you, leave your abusive husband. Go out there and get a man that's 6 feet, make 6 figures, and is packing down there. How realistic is that for you to actually get? Being what your scenario is, being what your situation is. You're an older woman, divorced, going out into the dating scene. You get confused. You think it's supposed to be like this. You do absolutely no research into what it actually would be like. And then you get surprised. And then again, men are bad. Men are evil. We could have told you the truth, what was supposed to happen. It's probably better where you are. A lot of your issues, if you got off social media, probably would not be as big of an issue as you purport them to be. But listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Subscribe to Sundays. We got that going on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you join us. Jump in the comments, jump in the chat. You know, that's where it's at. Besides that, we got membership open. We got merch in the store. So we'll hype the video, share the video. So this is something that men are constantly sort of affronted by, where you make it seem as if those men that have separated themselves from impact, right? The six figures, maybe he won the genetic lottery. So you think they're just available to whomever. On one hand, you understand that these men are in high demand, but you don't treat them like they're in high demand. You stumble across one and you go into your playbook and you have the same tired game that you have for regular men who haven't done much with their life, who you just happen to fancy. So you treat them like they're regular and you end up, well, nowhere. If you can take a step out and look forward in time and look at these sort of ideals, where it's going to actually, land you, you'd realize a lot of people are going to end up alone. I'm not saying that, some people may want it, right? Some people may be fine with it. Some people are like, oh, it's fine. I'd rather do this than that. Okay. If you're being delusional, it does nothing to me. It just affects you. If you're capping, that does nothing to me. It just affects you. If what you actually want is that, then pay attention to actually the facts. Those men are in high demand. They're going to get what they want. They typically don't want divorced older women. You go out there and you can get sex. You can absolutely get sex. That's probably not going to change for a majority of the women throughout their life. It's the serious relationships. If you're looking just to get piped down, it's the easiest thing for women to do. That's why men don't tend to respect it. That's why society doesn't tend to respect it. You want to do it? Cool. No problem. Open up an app, go outside, talk to the first man you see, and he'll probably drop what he's doing right now to go take care of you. That's easy. But making it seem as if men don't have any say, men don't have any say in what they want to actually, who they want to be with, you are operating this old notion that every single woman is attractive to every single man. It's not it. It's just not true. Now, you can get action from a bunch of men, but that doesn't mean anything to them. And if it means a lot to you, if that's where you grab your validation from, because I had sex with this guy and he was of this status, this value, then now somehow that's important to me. Now that means I'm better. I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you. Telling me that, yo, you once effed, Chris Brown, Drake, there's nothing for my value the way I look at you. I just look like, okay, that's important to you. You've trucked and traded in that sort of lifestyle. That's probably not for me. Men that are serious, men of means, men have done the work, they're going to look at that and say, cool, I'm just trying to get around you. When you have older women telling and giving advice to the younger generation that this is what you should be doing, that whatever relationship you have, as long as I couch it and say it's abusive, that gives me the carte blanche to do whatever I need to do. I'm not going to leave this thing because I've deemed it as abusive. And again, we know how easy it is to use that terminology to go and do whatever you want. As long as I can demonize him in some fashion, some way, I get to do whatever I want. And anyone that looks around and says, well, no, you were a victim. Of course you should be able to do that. Of course, this is an upgrade. Most of you can't upgrade. Most of you are not going to have the ability to upgrade. You're going to go out there into the dating market and you're going to realize it's a vicious game. You're going to realize, and this is when a lot of the truth comes out, you're not really that special. A lot of us are not that special. We're not who we think we are. When you get out to that dating game, especially as an older woman, you're going to see like, yo, they don't really care. That's when you see the unfortunate truth that the thing that you were leaving really wasn't that abusive. It really wasn't that terrible, except if it is. Again, we started this the right way. We'll close it out the same way. If you're in an abusive relationship, yes, get out, save yourself. Absolutely. But for those that just like to use it as a terminology, we already hip the game. We see what's going on. We've heard so many people come on here and say that, and then when you get any type of details, it's like that's not abuse. Because you get to play fast and loose with the words doesn't make it true. But listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to some of what we're saying, if you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.